Hello guys, welcome back. This is CodeLytical, and in this video, we are going to look at one of our AI projects that is Doctor Lytical. So basically, Doctor Lytical is an AI chat agent that helps or enable users to interact with. So you provide or you give a sentence of a particular sickness symptom. Then the Lytical will digest this and provide some solutions, instructions, and recommendations as well. We also have a section where you can upload image of that symptoms, and Lytical will give you some
Solution.
recommendations as well. So without wasting much time, let's go straight to the code. Now the link to this project will be given in the description below for your usage. We first have to clone the project, and after the cloning is done, you make sure you have your virtual environment created and activated as well. After that, you create your virtual environment using the command python mvenv.venv. Then you go to the Google Cloud Console website to create your API key for the Generative AI service. Also, in this project, we are using the Google Generative AI service since it provides a free tier. Everything about this project is free to use. We are not going to use any paid library or resources. We are using the Python programming language and the Google Generative AI service for the AI model. Okay, so now let's talk about the code. The app.py file is the main entry point. This will be the launching screen of our application. So we imported some necessary libraries in the app.py file. Now, after you've created your virtual environment, you make sure to create your Google API key, then paste the API key copied from the Google Cloud Console into the appropriate place in the code. Now, we configure the Gemini library, which is a Python library for interacting with the Google Generative AI service inside the main function. Because this main function will be the entry point, when we run the application, it will be launched from the main function. Okay, so after that, we set up the navigation structure so that we can navigate between the textual page and the image vision page, which are for processing raw text input and uploading images, respectively. In our Streamlit application, we can include a sidebar section where users can upload medical images or select specific tests to perform. This feature allows for interactive and personalized analysis within the application. Now that we are done with the main, let's look at the views. Inside the views, we have the vision_image module. Basically, the vision_image module will handle the image analysis aspects. We have our prompts, so when you go to the prompts.py file, we've created some prompts to help guide the AI. We have the prompt for diagnosing text input, and we also have a prompt for analyzing medical images. Okay, that's it for the prompts. We also have the utils module. Inside it, we have our safety settings to help configure the Google Generative AI service and handle the responses or messages the user enters. Okay, so for the text part, we are using the latest generative AI model, which is Gemini 1.5 Pro. Then for the vision part, that is the image analysis, we are using the Gemini Vision Pro model. Now, inside the vision_image module, we created a function called vision. Then we set up the title and captions for the user interface. After we are done setting up the UI elements, we load our AI model. This model is configured using the settings from the utils module. Then we set the model to interact with the chat history. Okay, so whenever the user enters something in the input field, based on the prompts for image analysis, the AI model will generate a response describing the medical image. Based on the prompt defined, we pass the question entered by the user as a parameter. The prompt accepts a parameter, which is the question. So we then pass the user's question into the prompt to be able to receive a relevant answer generated by the AI model. We also have the vision_image module, which handles image analysis and diagnosis. Okay, so this means that in the vision_image module, we are handling image analysis in such a way that we give the user an option to interact with the AI based on the image they have uploaded. Let's say you upload an image with a skin condition. The AI will analyze the image and provide a diagnosis or description and probably a more likely sickness of what it has observed in the uploaded image. After receiving the initial analysis, you can then ask follow-up questions, such as, how can I treat this condition? or any other relevant queries. This is the primary functionality of the Vision Underscore Image module, allowing you to get an analysis of a medical image and then engage in a conversation with the Lytical agent based on that analysis. So, we have defined the Vision Underscore Page function, which will be launched from the app when you navigate between the text-based Doctor Lytical page and the image analysis Doctor Lytical Vision page. Okay, so basically, this is the code for the Vision Underscore Image module. Now, after you are done with the code, you want to run the application. But before I go to the running of the application, I forgot to mention the requirements. These are the packages you need to install for a successful run of this project. Okay, so So the application will launch like this, and basically this is the interface of our Doctor Lytical application. As I said, this is the sidebar of our application. When you go to the app, the sidebar shows the different pages, and this is the first page. We have the option to switch screens between the text-based analysis and the image analysis. This is the text input field where we can enter our queries. We also have the clear chat window button and the last image at the bottom. Okay, so basically, I want us to do some testing, so I have some test cases here. Let's run this one. Okay, so let's see, patient presents with fever, body aches, and fatigue. Let's see what our AI will give us. Okay, it's analyzing the patient's presentation of fever, body aches, and fatigue. Thank you for bringing this case to my attention. While the symptoms of fever, body aches, and fatigue are quite common, the AI has provided potential diagnoses, treatment options, next steps, and recommendations. It has also included a disclaimer. Please remember that this information is intended for general knowledge purposes. So our prompt is handling all these use cases. Let's try another one. Now, So basically, that covers the textual section of the Doctor Lytical application. Now, let's explore the vision component, where we can upload images for analysis. For this part, you can browse and choose an image that displays symptoms or conditions you want to analyze. In this example, I'm going to use an image of a hand that has experienced a burn. As soon as I upload the image, you can see that Doctor Lytical is attempting to diagnose the condition present in the image, and that is fantastic. Alright, the analysis is complete. It has provided a powerful and comprehensive diagnosis. After receiving the initial analysis, I can ask a follow-up question, such as, how can I treat this hand burn? Doctor Lytical is now processing the query and thinking about an appropriate response. The response we are getting is the detailed observed condition from the image, which shows a hand with a burn injury. It then proceeds to provide recommendations on how to treat the burn. Let's add one more question to test the application further. Can I treat the burn with hot water? Doctor Lytical is now thinking and processing this query. Let's wait for it to formulate a response. Alright, here's the answer. Treating the wound with hot water can further damage the skin and worsen the burn. That's a clear and helpful response, explaining why hot water would be an inappropriate treatment for a burn injury. Alright, guys, so basically, this covers the key features and capabilities of our Doctor Lytical application. As I mentioned earlier, we also have a demo available on the Streamlit sharing platform. If you visit the GitHub page for this project, you'll find a link to the demo on the Streamlit site, allowing you to test the application yourself. Guys, thank you for your time and for following along with this project. I appreciate your interest, and I look forward to seeing you in the next project.